Yo, people. Obviously we're back. Another episode of Never a Foul. I'm joined by my guy Hooks. Ches is literally on the way, and obviously we're joined by Jay. Obviously, listen, man. Let's keep it about, guys. Happy holidays. For one, happy holidays. For those who celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Any more? Have I missed any others?
Hey,
I missed any others? I'm trying to appeal to everybody here. Happy Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? Happy Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's any more. I don't know. You know, I really don't know. But man, them, how we feeling, man? How we feeling?
Go on, Hooks. I was gonna say, yeah, it's like I was happy because like man, I got to watch Tottenham get punched up by Liverpool 6-3. I was like, I was over the moon. But then it turned out, yeah, that Arsenal fans we're not allowed to be happy for Christmas because
happy Eid as well.
I don't have Saka until March. Apparently, that's what I'm hearing now. I don't have Saka until March. So
so Hooks. So Hooks.
Hey, it's Christmas Eve, brother. It's Christmas Eve.
Wait, so everyone who was on NAF yesterday, when I told Hooks 12 weeks,
yeah.
I told you 12 weeks. I got the dealer. I got you get it. I got told on the dealer how long man's injury really was. Huh?
I forgot your famous, bro. I forgot your famous, innit? You got the inside
but even so, I told you, and you were telling it for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I'm like, broski. It's look, Jay, look. Who's gonna tell him?
Nah, that's 8 to 10, innit? He might get rushed back.
It's a minimum of 8, but it's actually it's 12 weeks. He's done for 12 weeks, not back till the end of February.
And we say, and you know what? Yeah, we say 12 weeks. Yeah, we also need to factor in like
hamstring,
getting him back to match fitness. Like, so
you man them,
you know than that.
Yeah, like Hooks, and it's not even like a take the piss thing, bro. I've had this injury, bro. There are like we've seen Pulisic, we've seen enough, bro. Allison got that injury against Palace, trying to do that flipping outside the boot shit that he does all the time. Allison had this injury, bro. How long was Allison really out for, bro?
He was gone for a minute.
Like, do you know how long Allison was X for? We saw Kelleher in between the sticks for time. And look, bro, Kelleher was in the sticks for a minute, blood. How about this? Even Kelleher was injured when Allison got injured. We had Jaros for one game. Remember? Jaros had to come in for two couple of games.
And then Kelleher came back, and Allison still went there.
Yeah, bro. Like, people think this Saka thing's not a joke. When you get a grade 2/3 tear in your hamstring, bro, it's a mazzoline because it's not even about getting the player back. It's about psychologically preparing yourself to run, because the thing is about hamstring injuries, you feel fine. You feel fine. Even when you run, you feel all right. It's training your mind to think, it's not gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
also as well,
once
when you look at that kind of injury, obviously we have Van der Ven, and it's like when you look at hamstrings, once a hamstring gets done, like the player, it's very rare that a player gets a hamstring tear and then it doesn't turn into a somewhat reoccurring injury through their career. As in, like, it's like, if Saka now does not have a hamstring injury a season moving forward, I'd be surprised.
They've done very well.
Because you look at players like Ake and stuff like that, and Reece James and stuff like that, and they're on hamstring management for life. I think Stones. Yeah, I was reading somewhere before. Stones had this kind of injury early on in his career, and he hasn't done 2K minutes in the league since. Now, obviously, Stones is an extreme example, but this is
he already had injuries. Like he
had pre-existing. Now, Saka's a fit guy, and obviously he can probably adapt. But then, obviously, as well, sometimes you might see an adaptation in Saka's style because he's a smart boy.
I think he's already adapted. But the thing is,
but he still does a lot of sprints. He still does a lot of defending. He still does it gets to a point where he might start. It's not that you're going to push back against the manager's tactics, but you're going to start being like, for example, when you look at, say, Salah under Slot versus Salah under Klopp, he was doing a lot more running under Klopp, whereas with it's a lot more focused, directed type stuff.
It's definitely when and when not to, rather than relentless.
Saka's very young to already be looking at, but his minutes, like he's not a 22/23-year-old player in body in terms of minutes in his legs, in terms of
like 28, 29,
26, 27-year-old player already.
And I think, do you know what it is as well? People need to know, like, and I'm not saying you don't have to be the craziest sports scientist in the world. All you probably have to do is probably at least have played football or got a certain injury, significant injury to know. And you know, when the hamstring's one of the biggest muscles in the leg as well. I don't think people realize that's one of the biggest muscles in your leg. You know what I'm saying?
Might be the biggest one.
Yeah, I think it is the biggest, to be fair. It's one of the, or it might be your quad. I think that's actually the biggest on the other side. But the point is that anything above if it's a grade 1 and it's 4 to 6, then it's more so, it's more on the 6 weeks, because again, you can't sit there and go, cool, Slack's injury is 8 weeks. No. It's a minimum of 8 weeks. In he'll probably be able to run in 8 weeks. He'll be able to pivot and turn in 8 weeks. But within that 8 to 12 week period is a period of grace where it's like, we'd actually prefer him not to play for 12 weeks. That's what you probably would have been told in that injury room. You can play after 8 weeks. That's your risky period. After 11, 12 is when you should probably be all right to that's when you can probably explode. You can go back to being explosive, and you can dart off and, all that stuff. Like, so that's the way it looks. And you got to remember, Saka's a very intelligent young man in terms of the way he plays his game. He doesn't actually have to sprint and do the mad thing every game. He actually kind of doesn't. He slows the game down. He likes to play the game to his pace. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if anyone can probably shake off this injury, it's probably Saka, because, again, when your body's just adept and you're not really an injury-prone player, listen, it can be a reoccurring thing. But if anyone's going to probably shake it off and come back fine, it probably is.
But
he's had his fair share of injuries anyway.
But my only point in pushing back on that is that the Saka already this season has had a few niggles already. Like, I remember on international duty,
they're starting to creep.
He got pulled from international duty on a hamstring. I think he's had other, and he was playing the next week. Like, so it's almost like it was serious enough for England to let him go, but Arsenal still played him the next week. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I know what you're saying, but this hamstring tear or heavy strain, whatever it is, it's been coming. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, it's like
it's the second one of the season.
Yeah, it's like, I don't exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know Saka's medical to be like Mikel overplayed him or didn't overplay him, or he was in the red zone or he wasn't in the red zone. I don't have enough information or data. But what I will say is that he's had strains and he's been pulled from international duty, and his hamstring has had issues. Same hamstring, I don't know. But that's the kind of thing where it's like obviously Arsenal now, it's at a point now where it's critical mass. Whether in January or in the summer, they must get a high quality Saka alternative now. It's at a point where it's like it's actually like, if you're a fan, you're a bit like, this is negligence. Like, as in, like, this is negligence. How we've come to be here right now, it's negligence, boys. Like, what's happening?
I'm so happy that you said that, because in my mind, if Arsenal don't, so obviously Arsenal were never gonna go big in January. There was no plans to. I think we was gonna.
I don't think many teams go big in January unless it's the SOS. By the way,
but I know that apparently we've already signed someone. There's Alberto Molera, brother from Las Palmas. Apparently that's already in the bag.
That's not like a first team though. That wouldn't be. Apparently
we're spending like 60 M's on him. Euros, obviously, but like apparently this is all apparently in it. Now, what I expect Arsenal to do is whatever money that they was going to dash on players in the summer, they now need to move that budget to January. And if they don't, like Jay said, gross negligence. And then if they don't, I'm going to be saying as an Arsenal fan, you know what? Unless all the other players in the squad that are there right now have the best seasons that they've ever had in their life, the league's done. I will say that so happily, because it was already hard enough from the position that we're in now for Arsenal to win the league with Saka. To then not have Saka, clutching at straws, boys. Definitely clutching at straws, boys. So Yeah, we just have to see what happens. Saka's also going to miss a lot of key games. He's going to miss the North London derby at home. He's going to miss both legs of the Carabao Cup against Newcastle. He's probably going to miss the Manchester United. Well, he's going to miss the Manchester United game in the FA Cup. He's probably going to miss the Manchester United game in the league. He's probably going to miss the return fixture of Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates. He's going to miss our two final Champions League games.
This is going to be a big test for you. But this is why I was saying, yeah, like as much as you see the whole when I say Cole Palmer, for me, his performances haven't been as good as they were last year. I'd say that's a compliment to Chelsea because Chelsea are winning games back to back to back to back without Palmer performing to his doing. Obviously, he's still on the pitch. You get it? Like it's not like he's not there. He's still on the pitch, so he's still helping in little ways, but. Them not having Saka perform to that his like usual standard for me, I don't think that bro. This is where I think this is gonna test. Can Arsenal do that without Saka on the pitch? Obviously, we won't know yet because we saw what happened without Odegaard, innit? We saw how things went without Odegaard. Now we're gonna see what it's like without Saka, and it's just gonna listen. I'm not gonna corn man yet until I see how you are without him. You know what I'm saying? So far, you played without him and you won 5-1. So that's why I've not really mentioned the Saka injury yet. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how it's.
We'll win games. We will win games. I have no problem with the game.
It's about keeping up with the Chelseas, keeping up with the Liverpools. Will you be able to do that? That's the main question, innit? We got a super chat here. Big up Love United, hit the ops. Big up my guy. He goes, Turkish said on the Big Six, the same source that told him about Ben White being out before confirmed told him that Saka could be out till mid-March, 12 weeks minimum. I'll be honest. I tried yesterday on NAF. When I said 12 weeks, so obviously it was a deload thing, but I said, bro, he's out for 12 weeks. But even when I said it yesterday, it had been said on Twitter that man's out for 12 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That man is out for 12 weeks, kind of thing.
So it's peak. It's peak.
Wait, why, bro? I haven't even, we're literally having a conversation about Saka's injury, bro. Like, it's not, you get it. It's not even and Raheem's injured as well. I don't know when Raheem's back. I don't know when, his thing was quite innocuous. I don't know. They've just kind of mentioned that he's just not playing. Arteta was just like, he's a couple of weeks thing, innit?
Probably 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me though.
Yeah,
that doesn't bother me though, because
because it's like,
he wasn't playing anyway.
He wasn't. Yeah.
I think that
it would have been an opportunity to see him get a run of games.
But he would probably play Martinelli on the right and Jesus on the left over playing him anyway. He probably would have played. He probably would have played Jesus on the right instead of Sterling. He probably would. He probably would play Havertz on the right before playing Sterling there. So the Sterling injury thing, it don't bother me because he's not playing anyway.
Yeah. And I did see what Kanate said. Kanate was wishing Saka a speedy recovery, and that it was nice to see that. Still, it was nice to see that. But listen, let's actually talk a bit of ball. You know what I'm saying? That's obviously the Arsenal segment done. Hey, Ches, nice to see you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, little draw there for Chelsea. Little draw there.
Yeah, I know. But I think we've got the most. We got the most run in the league, which is actually mad to say. So us drawing a game is actually seems like a loss. Our level's risen so far since the last 2 years that a draw out of 6 is a bad result. Now I understand the City Liverpool thing. Now I'm here. I see the levels in it. It's peak. You draw one game. I saw Twitter people in the Chelsea accounts going, "Oh, we should have played this." Said you deep with it. The man were going all tactical, like, maybe if we just tweak this, we could have won this game. It's mad. But levels up. I'm not complaining. So
this is what I said. The fact that and the thing is, Ches, you know me, like
we've come a long way, from battling who's gonna get 4th to being 1st and 2nd place. Spud me.
Wait, man said we come a long way. No. I'll spud you, but I was challenging last year. I challenged last year. Don't do that. I challenged last year.
Yeah, but I know, but we all thought, it couldn't wait. You even said it yourself. Everyone thought Liverpool finished 3rd, and everyone thought.
I said
4th, but a lot of people had Chelsea like what? Like you finished. You said 5th or 6th.
I had Chelsea 6th. I had Chelsea 6th.
Yeah, I'm saying so. Come a long way in terms of you've moved up 2, we've moved up 2 or 3. Depends how you want to see it, innit? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough. Jay. Obviously, you know, the old 6-3er, you know what I'm saying? The old 6 goals. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It happens. It was an event. I mean, you scored 10 goals against us in our last 2 games when you deep it.
Have we? Oh, yeah,
we
have.
scored.
Yeah. Was the other one? 4-3? Was it 4-2?
Scored 8 goals,
4-2? 4-2? I think, yeah, 4-2. Chelsea, you scored 8. You scored 8, Ches. It's not about you, Ches.
No,
you scored
Jay,
8, they scored 10. Do you know what I mean? Competition.
And you man are still somehow the highest scorers, Jay. You man are still somehow the highest scorers.
That's what I mean. Like, this is what happened at the weekend, was when you have a serious team playing an unserious team. And what I mean by that is, like, we're unserious in the way where it's like, we just play, you know, it's almost like, oh, you know, we're just playing, you know, we got players injured. Like, do you know what I mean? Liverpool came here to do a job on us. They were like, if we have to beat you 3-0, we beat you 3-0. If we have to beat you 6-3, we beat you 6-3. It doesn't really matter. So, at the moment, it's very much like, I was saying this the other day on Chez's stream, was like, it's Emperor's New Clothes and Australian Bielsa kind of thing. And it's almost like, if you're a team that is so starved of attacking football, when a manager comes in with attacking football, yeah, are you so like, oh my God, attacking football, this is so amazing.
The pattern,
like,
the triangles.
Exactly. It's like, oh my God, triangles. What about some out of possession play, Hermano? But that's the way I look at it. It's like,
do you know what it is? You lot must be so like, I remember, under Rodgers in 13, 14, especially. We don't mention 15, 16, but in 13, 14, we don't mention 14, 14, 15. We don't mention 16. But in 13, 14, I remember being so good in attack, but every time that ball got turned over, I'm just nervous. I'm how about this? I'm praying we don't concede, bro. Knowing we're probably gonna concede. Like, that must be like on a ×5 for you lot. Like you lot are capable of scoring goals. You don't really have a goal scorer that's on like 15, 16 goals, but you kind of have a good spread of, like, Madders is on 8, Kulu's on like 6, like Solanke's on like 5, 6, Johnson's on like 6, like Johnson's got like 6 or 7. Like, it's kind of spread along, so it's goals has never really been the issue in that. You know what I'm saying? But when I had Lovren and then, man, you know what I'm saying, Skirtle, Kolo Toure, even.
But that's the problem as well, Ches. Sorry, Mons, is that when we're getting smacked and we've got Van de Ven and Romero, because obviously when we played you, we had Van de Ven, Romero playing, and we went 4-0 down in that game. Now, obviously, I think Emerson Davies was playing left back, but my concern is if it takes one player out of your team for your team to self-destruct, that's not a very stable system. Do you know what I mean? So it's just so for me, there's a lot of issue. Like, I see similarities with that team that you had, but maybe you had more killers. I look at the Prem at the moment and I say the problem with Spurs is sometimes, even with our managers and stuff, is that we're almost like a year or two late to the party when it comes to managers. Do you know what I mean? So, like, when we had Mourinho, it was a few years too late. And then when we had Conte, he was hot, but like there was other managers coming through that were hotter. Now we've got Ange, who's almost like a heavy press, very tactical. And now you're seeing these new managers coming through, like your Marescas and Slots, who will play attacking football, but will also be pragmatic and adapt to the players that they've got, rather than saying, hey, let's go with the philosophy. It could be that they've got better players, but it could also be that if I look at Slot and I look at Maresca, are they playing the exact kind of football that they want to play in their heads? Or have they tweaked it because of the players that they've got? So that's the thing. It's very difficult to work out whether it's the squad, whether it's the signings, whether or not it's the manager's tactics, whether or not it's the injuries, whether or not it's an amalgamation of all of it. So I'm obviously still Ange and stuff, but you know, I see signs which are concerning, you know, but you can mitigate that with the situation. But you can't concede 10 goals in 2 games to Liverpool, 8 goals in 2 games to Chelsea. But the thing that keeps me centered is that I remember in season 1 with City, things didn't go well with Pep. Season 2, obviously it went well, but they had limitless money and the best manager in Premier League history, in theory. So we don't have limitless money and we don't have the best manager in Premier League history. So if we're trying to do this, it's going to take a little bit longer. So that's kind of how I look at it. It's kind of like, let's see how the next few games go. You never know. You might get a new manager bounce for the League Cup semi-final, isn't it? But we'll see. We'll see. But no.
You know what my issue is, yeah? My issue is, yeah, with Ange.
By the way, just segue this. By the way, just segue this obviously to the Nottingham, the Nottingham game as well, because they've got Nottingham Forest. But yeah, carry on, Hooks.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say my issue with Ange, yeah, is the problem is so glaring. Like, it's so obvious. Like, the problem is like right there in your face. Like, you don't even really need to know too much about football to know what the problem is. So the mere fact that maybe he is trying to address it in training, we'll never know, because none of us actually go to training or watch training. But from what we see on the pitch, it doesn't look like he's trying to address it. And for me, that's the biggest problem. Now, going into this Nottingham Forest game, Nottingham Forest are a team that are more than capable of scoring a lot of goals. And this is why early on, I've predicted Nottingham Forest to get the win. Like, I think Nottingham Forest will get the win. Not because Tottenham can't go toe-to-toe with Nottingham Forest, because I think that they can. But you guys are just conceding way too many goals. Like, I don't see when you stop doing that. And because I don't see when you stop doing that, I have to, as a rational, logical fan, I have to predict the home team who is in better form to win. Because if it's let's go band for band, any team can do that with you now. So
but the thing is, Hawks, the thing is there's a lot of good teams in the Premier League. I always acknowledge this. It's like, so your team has to be better than good in order to consistently beat these teams. And when I look at the Forest team, I'm like, we're better than Forest in every position. Yeah, but it doesn't look like that on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like that on the pitch.
I disagree. They got better. They got a better goalkeeper than you. They've got better centre backs.
Fully fit. No, Sells isn't better than Vicario. He is good though.
Yeah, no.
Vicario is better.
Vicario's not better than Vicario. Like,
I don't rate
that's what I'm saying.
But right now, but there's no point putting Vicario there. It would be Forster. So Sells is better than Forster.
Yeah, obviously now. But what I'm saying is that obviously they're benefiting from no injuries, and Nuno's got a style of play that's working for them. I genuinely don't like. I don't think these teams have better players than us.
I think Iron is better than Porro, personally.
Iron is better than Porro. He's not, but he might be in better form. This is me personally. Okay, yeah, sure.
This is me personally. I think Wood is better than Solanke.
He's not. He's definitely not. He's definitely not.
I think
he's definitely not.
He's just like, if you watch them play, as in, Wood is a good target man striker, but Solanke has so much more to his game than Wood. He's just a better player.
I know Wood's on 10 goals, but his goals have dried up a little bit because he started off.
No, but the thing is, Wood got 14 goals last season too.
Yeah, and how many did Solanke get?
Solanke that's yeah. Solanke got 19 last season, no? Yeah,
so I think Hudson-Odoi is better than. Wait, yeah, Hudson-Odoi plays right? Yeah, Hudson-Odoi is better than Johnson.
Listen, they've got good. Listen, we bought Johnson from them, and they replaced him with Hudson-Odoi. So I'm not Hudson-Odoi, Alanga. Like, they have good players. I'm not trying to say Johnson's a world beater, but what I'm saying is the premise.
Johnson's not better than he's just saying.
What I'm saying is the premise is like obviously Van der Ven, Romero, and Fit are better than their centre backs. Murillo is good. I like him, but I think Van der Ven's better.
Even Milinkovic,
Milinkovic is good.
That's a Pete Milinkovic.
Well, like, this is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say their players aren't good. I do rate their players. I rate their team. I just think our players are slightly better, but their system's working for them, and they're doing a good job. Doesn't mean that I think Ryan Yates ain't better than Bazuma. Well, he actually might be. I don't know, because Bazuma's ass. But like, the point is that I get where people are coming from. All teams have got good players. Semenyo, even Nielsen at Bournemouth. You know, you go to Palace, you see Eze, Matetas, Whartons. Like, every team's got good players. I'm not trying to downplay Forest. I'm just merely trying to say that Forest should not be 8 points. I think it is. Are they 8 points above us? I think Forest are 8 points above us. So as I say that Forest are 8 points above us, we must win this game because they are 8 points above us.
Yeah, the gap. Yeah, but I think you know what it is though. Going away to Forest is that's just a dead. In the form of the Premier League, it's not a nice place to go. I think that's the bottom line. It's not a nice place to go, and you're not gonna have to be ready because I believe you still got 2-3 weeks without your centre backs. Like it's not gonna end now. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking at Forest on 31 points, and that's such a good return for them. They won 4 out of the last 5 games.
Yeah,
but the thing is, if I see people in the comments. Someone in the comments is like, Forest and Bournemouth have better scores than they really don't. Spurs have like 10 players out at the moment. If you took 10 players out of Forest, I don't even know what the team would look like. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that goes for Bournemouth too. Like they have like 2 attacking players down, and David Brooks is playing. Like, do you know what I mean? As in, like, it's not like respect our squad. It's still bad. Like these teams are playing 1 game a week with full squads, more or less, and they're doing well. But like, let's not take the piss here. Do you know what I mean?
Let's not take the piss here.
Bro, they're taking the piss here. They're like, Forest have got a better squad. Don't be fucking ridiculous. Don't be. You're actually taking the piss here, guys. Come on, man.
I said, let's not take the piss here. That is killing me. But that's all it is. I think we leave the Tottenham stuff there. But Jay, man, 6 goals. Not great, man. It's not great. You guys
like people are like your team's on the level. Forest are 4th. Forest are above City. A City on Forest level. Like, do you see the argument and logic you people are dictating right now? I'm not saying your points don't have value. I'm just saying that the logic you're trying to use to push your points falls down because Forest are above City. So if you're trying to use that as a stick to beat me with.
Plus the manager, you lot got rid of the manager.
That's what I'm trying to say. We sacked their manager
without giving him any time as well. Like bro barely got any time. You know when you deep how quick. Does anyone really remember how quickly bro got sacked? Like, do you man remember how?
I think it was like 8 games or something. 9 games.
You
maximum.
Got 8 games, and they said off your pop. They said off your pop.
Yeah,
like. That's mad. Like it's mad how, bro. He had to pass.
We didn't give him much time.
Give him the torch, fam. But now let's move on. We'll see if Ange survives. Let's get some score predictions.
Whether you guys in the comments like it or not, Spurs are a big club. Big club doesn't beat to the criteria of what the comment section thinks is a big club. We're a big club, whether you like it or not. That's why we take up so many column inches and we're box office every Sunday night. Do you know what I mean? They ain't putting Forest on. They don't want to watch. They don't want to watch fucking Fulham. So please, you know what I mean? If we want any of their managers, we'll take their manager. We'll take their manager. We'll slap it. We'll slap a new coat of paint on it. Call it a rebuild, and we'll sack them in 18 months too. You know what I mean? Don't try it, because what will happen is when we take their manager, all these comments about how great their manager is, you'll turn when they get to Spurs. You'll start calling them overrated. You start saying they're crap. So Let me leave those managers there, and we'll have some fun, yeah?
3-1 Forest.
Yeah.
He's taking the piss. He's taking the you're on mute, Chaz. You're on mute, Chaz.
Man said Jay gave all that waffle for hooks to go, 3-1 Forest.
Yeah, 3-1 Forest.
Allow it. Allow it. Like, we don't want to hear it.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying,
That's so dumb. Oh,
look, these guys, they're taking the piss. They're being cheeky. Did I just see 4-1 Forest? I just saw 4-1 Forest.
No,
get your score predictions in, man. Get your score predictions.
It would be Spurs to win this game, though, innit? Let's just keep it very real. To lose back
I think
to back
Son's due again. I think Son's due a haul. And Maddison is surprisingly. You know what's mad about Maddison? This guy is getting, I think, hooked in games where he shouldn't be getting hooked in. And
he's doing okay, isn't it? He's doing okay. He's doing okay.
It's like 8 goals, 8 goals, 6 assists. Is it 8 goals, 6 assists? He's not doing.
Nah, man. I think Trevelli, I'm just playing with them. It's just like, you know how the comments be boisterous sometimes. We're winning this game. We need a win.
I think Maddison got hooked. I think Maddison got hooked because of I think Ange just went,
the game was done.
Game's done. Let me rest Maddison for the next one. I fully feel that's why he did it, personally.
Probably, yeah. He probably tried to protect the player, but it just looks like he's getting stinking hooked. When really, I thought Maddison was okay. I think Spence was Spurs' best player. I really like Spence, by the way. I think he's that's like a decision. That's another decision where you look at Ange and go, so you had Broski playing on injury. Now he's actually injured when Spence was right there. I understand manager trust, but broski, you have a squad for a reason. Man was right there. Like I think Spencer's been good since he's come in. I'll be real. But I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-2 still.
Fair.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
I
think Son is due a haul. I just don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah. My concern is when that crowd gets rocking, like are our players gonna buckle a little bit? You know what I mean? Like as in like
if you can get Kulusevski in the game, you're always gonna have a chance to score goals. But if Morgan Gibbs White starts, if he starts getting on the swivel,
that's what. Listen, I've been looking at trends in our team, and listen, I'm just watching, and I'm concerned about, like, obviously jokes aside. Now we can do the real breakdown. I'm worried about Forest on the transition. Yeah, like because Porro looks like he's running in treacle at the moment. Yeah, like he needs a rest. He needs a bench. Alanga versus, like if Nuno's smart, he just goes Hudson-Odoi, Alanga, and Gibbs White playing off Wood, and he just play, mid-low block and just hits us on the counter. Do you know what I mean? Tells his wingers to stay wide, and it's gonna be a long day. So, I do think we have to have something because it's more hope than expectation. I'm not really basing this on data. I'm basing this on I'm a supporter of Tottenham Hotspur, and we've lost our last game, so it's time for us to win a game. There's no real rhyme or reason to this. It's just we need a win. They're 8 points. If they beat us, they go 11 points clear. 11 points clear. Like 11 points clear before the turn of the
It ain't
year.
even a 6-pointer right now.
It's not a 6-pointer, bro. And we're in the bottom half of the table. So it's like we're like, and the funniest thing is, to me, this is so terrible. United are still behind us, which is good. Do you know what I mean?
But they're only 1 point behind.
Bro, they're only a point behind us, and they've already sacked their manager and they've sacked the director of football. So I don't really know what's going on here.
I can't believe, like, it would make me physically sick that Man United in this situation could even bat an eyelid at me. Like, that's crazy. But big up the glorious one.
Definitely go above us, Mons.
Yeah, I think they've got a win after this weekend. Actually, you know what? Fuck all that. I always say United have got a winnable game, but the word favorable doesn't work with United anymore. Like I don't want to hear, the fixture looks favorable. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm not hearing that.
They're so jammy. They'll probably win the Europa League. They're that kind of team.
Man United have dropped points in 11 games out of
but they kind of seem to have a stink in the league and win the Europa League and make Champions League somehow. This already.
But bro, if they get Champions League ball, bro, if they get Champions League ball, Jez, I couldn't give a fuck. They'll be flying straight out of it, like straight out of it. Like I don't.
No, but I don't like the fact they'll even be in there in the first place. That just stinks.
Yeah. Taking up, he said, just taking up a spot. Like
you said,
like a Sheriff could have been there. Sheriff could have been there.
Fifth place won't get it because of them. It just stinks. So it's
it stinks of shit though. Big up the glorious one. He goes, half of the big six are depressed, me included.
But who's half? Man City, Spurs, Man United. Oh yeah.
Yes,
and Tottenham. That's the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, we're still in all the competitions. There is that. We're still in all competitions.
No, you're not.
This is it. Like your season is cups.
That's it, bro. We're a cup team now.
No. You're not. Well, you got to win a cup.
You're not a cup. What do you mean you're a cup?
You're not a cup. You got to win a cup. I get called a cup. Like because you win cups.
Okay. I'm sorry, I misspoke. We are a team that are competing to win trophies in cup competitions this season moving forward.
Yeah,
better.
That's a better way to say it. Yeah, that's a better way to say it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem.
Like,
but listen, there's only one cup they could actually win, and that's the Carabao Cup.
How about this? Yeah, obviously, I respect that one. Don't get me wrong.
They can't win the cup. They're not winning the Europa League. They're not winning the league. So
I don't get me wrong in it. I want Carabao. I want Carabao. I want all the cups in it. I'm not someone who looks at Carabao. I don't know about you, man. In it. Wait, Chez, I don't know about you, man. I don't look at Carabao and go, I don't want that. I want every trophy I'm in. Any trophy I'm in, I want to win it in it. If we was to lose to you, man, I'd actually be rooting for you, man, to go and
thank you.
I don't mind Spurs winning it, man.
Wait, why are you surprised?
Genuinely. No. It's not even on the.
Spurs is his second team, bro. Well, of course.
No. It's not a second team thing. It's not a second team thing. Do you know what it is?
Oh yeah,
They would have beat Man United. They would have beat Man United, Man City, and then Liverpool if they was on the. But it's so like Spurs to beat Man United, Man City, Liverpool, and then lose to Newcastle.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Or lose to their rivals Arsenal. Like, come on, man.
Nah, bro. That's
lose to Arsenal in the final.
No. I'd rather lose to Liverpool
in the
semi than lose to Arsenal in the final.
Lucas Moura doing the mad thing, but then in 2 minutes, Mama gets a penalty and the game's over.
Yeah,
Beep it.
That's on. Hey,
we
can't. We can beat Liverpool.
Mad game, English clash. 2 minutes later, the game's done. Like, it's done already.
Listen,
there's no hope.
I could see Richarlison equaling 88th minute against. Richarlison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can see like Solanke equaling 88th minute against Arsenal and Saka just not Saka, he's injured. Like someone and Odegaard just sticking it bottom corner in the 91st minute. Yeah, it's so telegraphed. But yeah, because the game's too late.
We can beat Liverpool. We just can't maybe beat the version of Liverpool that we played at the weekend. You know, throw some kids in there. Do you know what I mean? Rotate a couple of the squads. We can beat
two legs, bro.
No,
you know what it is? If it was one leg and straight penalties, then maybe you could try to stink out the gaff in it. Maybe you could try to stink out the gaff and win on penalties.
This guy said if you have straight 90 minutes without any time for Liverpool to rectify the game in the 30 minutes that followed the game, maybe. But other than that, you have no chance. No, we have a fighter's chance. We have a puncher's chance. We scored 3 goals.
In a cup game, anything can happen. But I just think because it's 2 legs, I don't think you'll have enough to beat us in it. Especially if you don't play the way you played, even if you had your full team.
Obviously,
if you play the way you play on the.
That's not a very serious way to play a 2-legged cup tie. If we played like that in a 2-legged cup tie in the first leg, got smashed to the point that the second leg is irrelevant, at that point, you'd be like, come on, Ange. Like, come on, mate.
I think people are saying that now. I think all of us are saying.
We are saying it now, but that's when I would be like, come on, mate.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying with that. Obviously, listen.
Hey, what are you saying though? What, Liverpool make it to the Carabao Cup final? What you got the plug, yeah, for Wembley? Arsenal, Liverpool. You got the plug. I know you got the plug, man. You can pattern it. Yeah, cool. I know you can pattern it.
Bro, listen, man. I don't know yet, man. You gotta get there first. Let me get there first, man.
We all know Liverpool again.
Let me get there.
We know this already.
Nah, nothing's a guarantee, bro.
Yeah, because you've been there and done it with the same players. That's what I'm saying.
But Ches, we're not playing you in the final, so it's not a guarantee we're gonna win, are we? You know what I'm saying? What guarantee is it?
Exactly. You gotta be in it to win it, Ches. You're not in the competition.
No. I'm just saying if we get in Chelsea in the final, you just kind of know when Chelsea Liverpool finals.
Is true.
You know how that one goes, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
I hear
that's you. A Tottenham Newcastle final would I think that would be the one that everybody's looking forward to.
How about
that's the final that would really put bums in seats. That's what I'm thinking. How about this? Do you know what I mean?
Uncomfortable how about this? Unpopular opinion. I think Newcastle was the worst team to draw in that semi-final. Because I know they're going double shotgun barrel first team, double shotgun. Yep. they're going Gordon and Isak double barrel, innit? They're going straight double barrel. Straight double. They're not rotating.
Wait. Maybe not, because Arsenal might be grabbing Isak in January.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, please.
Stop.
Why do you always come with these dumb punchlines, man?
Maybe not.
Oh my days.
100 M's in January. Let's go, man. Replace.
You didn't believe in this rubbish.
What's it? Just like going to Anfield.
They're not even saying 100 M's in the summer. So what are we doing here?
100 M's.
Arsenal
not even saying 100 M's in the summer.
Arsenal don't spend the money in 3 summers. Nice. One player. Arsenal. Yeah, love. That Rice was your best and only chance of getting £100 million player, Rice. That's it. they sign it off. That's the last one, buddy. Here's a sheet. You know what I'm saying? Here's a sheet. You want the check? Love. That's your last one, buddy. You want Rice? Come, take Rice. That's it.
Honestly.
About 100 million inside. Get out of here, man.
Honestly, genuinely, like, because when you was asked, who would you rather in that semi-final? Tottenham, Arsenal, or Newcastle?
easy,
brother.
Tottenham.
Brother, just avoid Newcastle at all costs. St. James's Park under the light, shotgun, guard and Isak like this. When you're trying to rotate and that,
bro. Months. Gordon running at you in the rain under the lights on a Wednesday night.
Newcastle nothing to lose. They're just down.
Oh yeah, man! Don't forget about the January snow and that. Oh yeah.
Topless Geordies in the stands singing their team on.
But this is the thing.
You better win that. See that Emirates game, Hooks. I need 3-0. You need. I need 3-0.
But this is the thing. Like, people don't realize. Yeah, I get it. St. James's Park under the lights, difficult game. We've already lost there this season once already. And I know St. James's Park is a difficult place, but
I think you man.
Newcastle have only
the way you said that Hooks was hilarious.
Newcastle have only scored 1 goal at the Emirates in 10 years.
Yeah, no, bro. So, remember, it's 2-legged.
I said Newcastle at Emirates.
No, you'll beat them at home. You'll beat them at home.
It was 4-1 last season. I was there.
Yeah, you'll beat them at home. But how badly? Again, but Hooks, it's not going to be Hooks. Hooks. It might not be first team. This is why I say it might not be first team versus first team. This is the problem, bro.
It will.
Do you think so,
bro? We'll see.
I'll tell you, we'll go strong. It will go strong.
Well, Arsenal's first team nowadays. Hooks is like this. Hooks is like, it will be. Yeah, first team. Yeah, like you man score hella goals, innit?
We just scored 5. We just scored 5.
You man are struggling out here. Jesus gets his first goal in like 2 years, and the man will be popping him up. Allow me, man.
We just scored 5.
Allow me, man.
We've only scored
2 goals in 2 games, and people we've
only scored 3 goals less than you in the league.
The guy got paid for a whole year without scoring a goal.
We've only scored 3 goals less than the league.
Hey, Jay Watts, his job's to score. He went a whole year without scoring and still got paid. And no one said anything.
Wait, we've only scored 3 goals less than you in the league.
He's stealing a living.
Man's stealing. And then Hooks is looking around the room going, yeah, they're back. Who's back?
That's a hierarchy. You man, money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, there's 700 in the house, innit? Make sure you lot smashing the like button. I hope we're on a decent amount of likes. I don't want to see us on more than less than 200 likes. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas Eve and that. You know what I'm saying? We're live.
Shout out Christmas Eve, everyone celebrating, by the way. Shout out everyone celebrating.
Merry Christmas Eve, people. Merry Christmas.
We got 153 likes in the like button.
Like, what do you want? What do you want your club to get you for Christmas? Like, what do you want? What do you guys want your clubs to get you for Christmas?
Contracts.
I want.
I've written in my little. Yeah, can I get 3 contracts, please? 3. And for one of them, I want one of them to be a lifetime. One of them needs to be a lifetime contract. I don't want him going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
I'm doing this. I'm going sign off Chesney with the signature at the end. I said Osimhen 3 points versus Fulham, and Mudryk to be resolved. And I signed it off like
this. I went this
one. Yeah, I went like this, and I wrapped it up like this. I was like, love, sealed it, and then put it away. I was like, yeah, that's me there. That's me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And also, I also put, dear Santa, please sign me Ryan Cherky. Cheers. Thank you very much. Okay. On the low, please.
His work rate, though. I don't know about his work rate.
Bun his work rate. You see players like that.
Who's Cherky or Santos?
Cherky are too bothered.
Cherky, bro. If you man talk about work rate, you make up for, like, do you get it? Playing with somebody's like something. Somebody's like can do is running for him. You know what I'm saying? You do the running. You run around. Do the Gallagher thing. Like, give the ball to Cherky. Win the ball. You know win the ball. Give it back.
Techie Gallagher, innit?
Yeah, pretty much. Techie's strong. Techie's a strong word. Techie's strong. That's strong. But anyway, even so, he balled out against you lot though. He balled out. He played very well against you lot.
Listen, everyone balls out against us. I had Sander Berg looking like a Pirlo reincarnation the other week. I'm not impressed. It doesn't move me anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Saying Ryan Christie. Ryan Christie was looking at Iniesta.
Oh, Ryan Christie was looking nice against United though.
He was looking, Christie's dunked on a few man. Anyway, Christie dunked on a couple man this season, couple big clubs. Yeah. No, but obviously, there's a few more Boxing Day fixtures, man. Obviously, we've got Arsenal. We got Man United, obviously, away to Wolves. Kaz ain't here, so he won't spend too long on Man United. But Molineux,
yeah, it's a difficult place.
That's a little relegation scrap there.
They're on the back.
Bro, like, Wolves have got a new manager now, haven't they? They didn't. They went to Leicester and slapped him up, didn't they?
They actually got a new manager, Bounce.
They actually got a new manager. But the funniest thing isn't like Leicester. Like they look terrible under Van Nistelrooy. They look terrible. And I was watching the game, right? And I was just thinking to myself, like, that United aura. Yeah, and I think they played them as well, didn't they? Because they played United. United slapped them, and they must have been like, oh, like, you know, this manager's good. Is their manager
the Flamengo guy? Is their manager the Flamengo?
I think they got him from Saudi. Did they get him from Saudi?
From Brazil, no? Or am I bugging? Where did they get him from?
I don't know. Like, it's you know, I would love to say I knew more about this Pereira dude, but I really don't. But
chat, is it Flamingo?
Give me the lowdown.
From Saudi or Flamingo? Where did they get him from? Saudi. Yeah, they're saying that you come from Saudi. Come from Saudi.
Pereira or something like
Saudi. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where they got their
exporter.
I don't really know much. I don't really know much
about him.
I don't really know much about him. I'll be honest. Like,
I don't know.
No. But they bought Leicester though.
In 2012, 2013.
They're saying Al Shabab.
Okay, he's got a decent profile. It looks like he's got a decent profile. I mean, I've never seen it. I don't remember his. Let me try and see who Porto 2011, 2012 were. Let me see if I remember any of their team.
Who's in their squad? Like, what are they? Has he got any players in his squad that come from the Prem?
Okay, let's have a look.
People rate him, by the way, this guy. But
I'm trying to see if there's anyone in his squad of players that like.
Okay.
So
the squad, right? So the squad he had in 21-12, yeah, was it had like Moutinho in it, had Hulk in it, had Alexandro in it, Otamendi was playing for them. So
you know what? The team he just left.
That's
he has Podence. You know what's funny? Because Podence actually plays up top.
Iturbe when he was Lucha Gonzalez. Okay, cool.
Do you know what's mad? You know, one of the players you see. So the team he's just left, Podence plays for that team. I'm pretty sure he just left Wolves as well. So Podence was there. Bonaventura, remember Bonaventura who used to play for Milan? He's there.
Yeah.
Yannick Carrasco's there, and I think he's the only one that I can recognize from that team. Yeah, he's the only one I can remember still.
Well, the
Lazio guy. He's played for Lazio.
He played for Lazio.
Yeah. So they got so he's got Carrasco, Podence, Bonaventura, and someone else over there. The team he's just left to come to. But bro, I'm not gonna lie. This is United going to Molineux. You think they're making that out alive, man? Them? I don't know if they're making that alive.
I think. Well, the thing, if you look at Wolves, yeah, like when they were under O'Neill, they were okay at times, but they just defended like absolute slapstick, just ridiculous people.
And but they like to know. I think the players rated O'Neill though. I don't think it was. Well,
I think they lost Kilman and they lost Dawson, and then that they basically lost any stability in the defense. And I feel like that's what's killed them. Like if they had one of those two players still. Like they would be like just solid, but like these players they've got, they can't concentrate, they can't defend. But Cunha and Brun Larsen is enough for them to get a couple of goals against United. Like as in like they'll score a goal, probably two.
Against Cunha probably out, by the way.
100%.
Have they not lost Dawson?
Suspension,
yeah. But yeah, even so. I think Strand Larsen's got a bad strike. The only thing is, as I said, Gomez, because he's good. Gomez, Lemina. Gomez, Lemina. No, the other. Aitnuri, Lemina, Gomez, Strand Larsen, and Cunha. Those are the 5 players. Those 5 players will keep them in the Premier League.
Not bad. It's just terrible.
They've got Sarabia as well, who will probably come in for Cunha, to be fair.
Yeah, like they've got enough. Is he banned? Is he proper banned? By the way, I don't know. I know they.
So basically, he was meant to miss out the last game against Leicester, but he appealed, and the appeal got delayed, so he got to play. But I don't know what the the result of the appeal is. But if it's not in his favor, then he will definitely miss the game against Manchester United.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So let's get some score predictions for Man United, innit? 2-2. Oh.
Yeah, 2-2 sounds good.
Chat. Let's run up some score predictions, innit? I'm gonna say, do you know what? Fernandes stinkfest in 2-1 United.
Are you going for the Man United win? Mad.
Yeah. I think they might do it. You know, but you know what it is? Just because I feel like Cunha will be suspended for the game, innit? I think Cunha will be suspended for the game.
Is Cunha? No, hold on. Is he banned or not? Because if he's not banned now, ain't no one working on Christmas Eve on Christmas Day.
So you're right. Probably available. With Cunha 2-2, without Cunha 2-1 United.
Okay. Now Cunha, he can't be banned yet.
Because I just think, and also it depends as well how many set pieces are Wolves gonna get. Because these men just seem to, if Arsenal played Man U again and got bare corners, bro, I reckon it could be a very uncomfortable watch. It might be a very uncomfortable watch.
Always been bad at set pieces. Because I don't remember them being as bad at set pieces.
They have
always been bad at set pieces on the.
Man U have the worst percentage for set piece to conceded goal. They're like that percentage to goals.
Yeah. Is that a free kick and penalty as well as a corner and stuff like that?
No. So it's set pieces. It's set pieces. They haven't. I don't think.
Is a penalty a set piece?
They didn't say it on Sky Sports, but when they
classify a penalty as a set piece, just to be clear.
I don't know. It just said
set pieces are penalties.
Is a penalty a set piece?
I think theirs is double anyone else's, bro. There you go, and he's 44%, bro. You know,
44% from set. That seems like a lie. That seems too high.
Bro, they brought it up on Sky Sports, bro. They brought it up on Sky Sports.
What are we classifying as a set piece?
Penalty. They didn't specify whether it excluded or. You know what I'm saying? They just said when it comes to set pieces, bro. United have conceded 5 set pieces.
Information here.
No, but Jay, they've
trying to go off the chat and it's giving me. Someone's like, it's a set piece. Someone's like, it's not a set piece.
Yeah, someone said it's excluding another. Either way, they've conceded 5 set pieces in the last 6 games. 5 in 6. Crazy. And their set piece rate to conceding to the whole percentage thing is 44%. That 44%. Means nearly 1 in 2 set pieces is ending up in a goal.
That's
you know how nuts
is that what it means?
I can't wait.
That is what it means. It's goals conceded. Do you know how mad that is?
I'm just checking. Like you say, there's 44% of the goals they concede, or 44% of set pieces they concede.
So right, it's 10 this season already. It's 10 this season. Fucking hell. That's mad. Hey,
bring on the FA Cup, boy. I can't wait for that game, boy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Arsenal gonna have bro. Remember Arsenal? Yeah, I remember Arsenal scored 2.
Yeah.
So that's 2 in itself. Yeah, but
I remember everyone was fluing us about scoring set pieces against United, but everyone else has done it. They ain't heard a word, ain't heard a sniff about it.
I ain't scoring set pieces against United.
Heard a sniff about it, blood.
We just bought them 3. We bought them 3-0 off the bought them fuckers. You know what I'm saying? And then again, who didn't bop United? Ain't nothing to be proud of. You didn't bop United.
It's true.
We didn't bop United.
Yeah, but you man never bop United. So that's like a psychological thing. Speaking of Chelsea, home to Fulham, back at the Bridge, I believe, or is it away? No, you guys are home. Home to Fulham.
Home game.
Fulham have. Do you know what? Fulham have actually had a record of just drawing with the big boys.
Yeah.
Drew us.
Yeah, I'm worried about this game, man.
Narrowly lost to City. Drew of Arsenal, I believe, as well.
Yep.
Drew of Arsenal.
All 1-1s, isn't it? Well, 1-1. No, they drew 2-2. Liverpool.
They lost to Fulham, I think. Just about. I remember watching that game. Man United beat Fulham just about.
Yeah. Man United beat them opening day.
That was a stinky game where they just got like a stinky winner at the end.
I just think they didn't have enough quality to score. I think they played. I think genuinely.
I remember everyone. Season, isn't it? Everyone's a bit rusty. First game season from summer. Not really the best game yet, but
do you know what it is? Their pivot's quite strong though. Their pivot's quite strong.
I am hearing Sander Berg, who's a baller by the way, who replaced Paulino. If you know, you know. Apparently he's out. Smith Rowe is out. Kenny Tete is a solid right back who plays good against us, by the way. is out. I don't know if we beat them last season at home. I don't think we did.
The thing is, you know what it is? Where Fulham are doing? Where are they in the league?
Can we check head-to-head versus Chelsea and Fulham? Because sorry, I'm beating.
No, you man usually beat Fulham, though, no? You usually beat them.
Away we do. At home, I'm not sure. Let me check, bro.
So
in the table, Fulham are 9th, innit? It don't feel like they're 9th, though.
Hey, bro, do you know what it is, man? I caught this the other day. All of the teams in mid-table are getting a time under the spotlight. So you'll see Brighton, you'll be like, oh my God, Brighton must be doing amazing. You'll check the table, they're 10th. Like, what?
No. Brighton specifically is a bad example because they ain't won in 5. They ain't won any games in the last 5. But
yeah, everyone has ever. You think? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, as in, like they look like every time you look at Fulham, they look like they're picking up points.
You know what it is though? It's bare draws. It's bare draws against the big team, so they're not accumulating tonight. It's not accumulating. We're gone.
Yeah. Our record against them, is actually quite good. In 20 years, we've only lost them twice. You've beaten them most times. I think we drew a few times. But recently, the result where João Felix did the mad thing only on his debut. That's the only game we've lost recently, 2-1. That was.
Is that when he got sent off? When he got sent?
Yeah. But last year, earlier this year, 30th of January, it was a tight game. It was 1-0. I remember that game. It was tight. It was a tight game.
Bro, Fulham are no mugs in it. I think if Berg ain't there, then you probably be all right. But these men have this thing, where they just look like a cold team for about 15 minutes. Yeah. And then they'll just be mad sturdy for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
If you let them go ahead, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
And you see
Tete sitting a low block. That's my problem. I'm worried about this game.
Tete's mad. You know what is with Tete?
He's sick, bro. He's so sick when I watch him play.
Yeah, and you know what is with Robinson? He's bare annoying, bro. He's just got bare energy. Bare energy.
90th minute, he's up and down. Like, he doesn't stop.
Up and down, bro. Bare
and then
energy.
You got Traore off the bench. It's solid.
Yeah, like, you know what? And I actually rate Muniz and Raul. Their forward men are decent on their day. Like, Raul's actually not that bad. I think since he had a bad, obviously, when he come back off the head injury, you could see there was a big decline. But then he's kind of gone back to being, getting goals every couple of games.
He's solid. I rate him. I rate Muniz.
He was obviously before the head injury. I think before the head injury, he was really good. Jimenez, when he was at Wolves, he was really good before. Before he got Petr checked in.
I think he was next up. He was gonna get his big break. It was like he was next up. So, and then
bro, when he got Petr checked, bro, that could have been career ending.
Huh? Yeah, but I'm not being a dick. Yeah, I do kind of blame David Luiz for that, because if you remember the challenge, he did run from nowhere and basically headbutt him.
I can't remember the challenge very well.
Really look it up if you maybe not.
Yeah, bro, look at this. In 18-19, he got 30. Like, bro, in 18-19, he got 13 goals, 7 assists. Season after that,
him and Traore were mashing work, bro.
Yeah, bro. in 19-20, he got 17 goals and 6 assists. By the way, he played all 38 games in both those seasons. Fitness was off the charts.
Yeah.
He was getting some sort of move.
Yeah, he was gonna get a big move, bro. He was ready. I think he was like 28 as well. Like, and he was like, it was gonna be nice. It was gonna be a nice move. I could have seen him at like United or something. I think Spurs.
Yeah, because he's 33 now. He's 33 now. Yeah, he was 27. He was 27 still. In 27, 28.
Yeah, but back to the game, man. It's gonna be tough.
Let's get some score predictions, man, innit? Because obviously Chelsea, obviously you lot are coming off the back of a draw where Everton did defend very well, but you lot were probably a bit bland in attack. I think Jackson probably should have had.
Yeah, it's our first game we didn't score a goal, and if we'd scored one, we would have won the game.
Jackson has those games in a minute. He does have those games in a minute.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not all his fault because we didn't create a lot of chances. Those chances he had,
their wing backs were on lock. Like, I was looking at Sandro, he was trying, but the wing backs just locked him up.
People were acting like Sancho and Neto just like didn't turn up. They tried. It wasn't one of those days. Like, for some reason.
But this is football YouTube, G. They got pocketed. They got pocketed. It's what we just got.
No, 100%. But I'm just saying, like, the way, like, fair enough. Like, who cares what people say, right? But what I saw from the game was they were trying to do what they usually do against fullbacks. Against every other team in the league, it's worked. Just the other day, it didn't. And Everton away, we have a really, really bad record. So it's just one of those games. You don't lose it. It's an L, but you try and bounce back. So this game now we have to win. You have to win this game because the run that everyone was talking about, Hooks mentioned it, is like, I thought you were going to win 7 games in a row. And we said in that run, if we drop points, cool. Has to be minimum a draw. We have to win against Ipswich away, Fulham at home. And I think there's another winnable game after that one. And then we
your only top 6 one is the Etihad. Your only top 6 game.
Yeah, so Man City's in January, innit? So like, there's no excuses, for example, to get 2 draws. If we draw this next game, we're a top 4 team. If we win this game now,
but to be fair,
then, yeah,
I think, call me crazy, I think you beat Man City, you know. But like, it depends if they're
too far away. It's too far away.
It's too far away, innit? Obviously,
yeah, we don't know the circumstance, innit?
Yeah, like what Man City will it be by then?
It's typical Chelsea months for Man City to bouncing back then. 100%.
We saying that Haaland just starts beating off and then start beating off again.
So we do our good run.
How about this? Imagine they make 2 free signings. They make 2 free signings.
2 free signings, the team's rejuvenized, and then Pep figures it out. And he beats us at 2-0. So I'm not even if we lose that game. If we beat our games now, the winnable teams, losing that game won't be a big deal because by then everyone
luckily, I don't think around that time I don't think we play because we got Carabao Cup in it. So I think we're gonna have 2 games in hand anyway. So I think we don't play around that time. I don't think Arsenal play. That means if we're not playing, then Arsenal aren't playing either. So,
yeah, because Carabao Cup. So we just got to win our games. Winnable games coming up. Win them.
It's about getting some sort of points on the board.
We get to January and we're still in the same position. Then I'm very positive about the season, innit? Maybe not winning the league because Liverpool are clear right now. So they would have to fall off literally for us to win it. Or even Arsenal for that matter, yeah. But for next season, I'll be a lot more confident in terms of winning the league if we keep up this form. So we are in a title race. I'm not going to hide away from that. If we make the right signings, you never know what could happen. But for me, Liverpool probably win the league, and Chelsea should be competing for second place as it stands. Unless Arsenal do a mad one and go on a 15-game run, or Man City come back, then Chelsea should be trying to consolidate top 3 minimum. So for me, that would be a good season, based on what I've seen.
I hear it.
So
I hear it.
Win this game, no excuses. If we draw this game, then we're a top 4 team.
I'm gonna say 1-0. I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea. What you think? I'm saying 2-1.
I'm going 2-1 Fulham.
Oh boy.
Oh.
You want to elaborate?
No, I'm just. Do you know them ones?
Opium,
throwing the judge out. You know them ones, throwing the judge out, man. But now, do you know what? Yeah. Sprinkling the dust over there. Do you know what I mean? In all fairness, yeah, like I think that Chelsea could go on and absolutely destroy Fulham. They could, but I've been really impressed with Fulham this season. I think they got a lot of good players. A lot of their players are playing well. Obviously, I'm looking to the Haylenders, like, you know, man like Iwobi to step up and do his thing. Yeah, and ruin the Christmas period for a lot of Chelsea fans. And we just see what happens, you know. Like, I think it could be a tight game. But, you know, we'll see what will happen, man. Like, and obviously, I saw against Everton. And if I saw it, then I know that, you know, Marco Silva saw it, that if you set up in a certain way, Chelsea don't have any answers. So, yeah, man, let's see where I go on. Let's see where I
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Big up OR for the super chat. He goes, a guy in the chat saying Sancho and Saka are better than Salah. Okay. Anyway, big up OR for the super chat again. He goes, Monts, hold Rants accountable for his actions. Talking about Salah is a stat padder. Salah is Bruno in a better team. Salah has no first touch. Were you saying that now?
He is a stat padder though.
He's not a stat padder, bro. Like, what are we doing here, man?
For me, he can be at times.
Yeah, he can be. Yeah, he has. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie and be like, I'm not gonna be true to myself. Like, I could be real.
Like Salah's stat
padded. It's not a bad thing.
Ain't no one denying that.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just people need to take ownership and accept things sometimes. That Salah isn't. He's not on the highlight on Reed and Hazard. Like, he's just not. But he's a good goal scorer. So you're not going to diminish what he does have.
For me,
Salah, we're not going to act like Salah's some graceful footballer who like gets some elaborate goals and he's so beautiful.
You know what it is? Do you know what it is? I don't want to even go too deep into this. The thing is with Salah, is that aesthetically, he's not Eden Hazard, and Hazard is Hazard has more ability than Mo Salah. it's clear it's like because Hazard is an alien in terms of ability. But at the end of the day, consistency is consistency. You can't argue the consistency that Salah brings. And I think when people reduce Salah to a stat padder, it's disrespect because at the end of the day, we've seen Salah score every type of goal you can think. Every type of goal. Hold on. Let me
before you
because every type of goal Salah has scored, Salah you can think of, left foot, right foot, he's done it. And also every type of assist that you would associate with your goats that can do the Trivela passes, that can do the back heel assistance. He's done it. He's done it. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't always.
He's not a stat padder. Then you went and mentioned stats.
No. I'm not done. I'm not done. Every type of goal.
Tell him.
Hold on. Let me finish. I said let me finish. And even the types
let
of
me
goals
finish.
Hold on. When you associate the type of goals that Hazard has scored, like like his amazing goal versus West Ham, everyone like who doesn't love that goal versus West Ham that Hazard scored. Salah's done that against Man City. He's done that against Watford twice. He's done it against Spurs. He's scored those type of goals where he's taken on man. He's scored clutch goals where he's taken it past 2-3 man in against Napoli, Champions League. He's done against Koulibaly, who was one of the best defenders in Europe at times. He's done all that. Do you know what I'm saying? He's took it past 3-4 man and scored. He's got highlight rules for that. Highlight rules for days, bro. And even some of the passes he's pulled off. So for me, it's just not as nice to watch. That's all it is. It's not as nice to watch. And at the end of the day, when it comes to these conversations, I think people you can't argue for someone who's never taken a year off.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. So I think that's a good way of describing it. I also from my point of view, I see the Salahs, the KDBs. I put these guys highly. I know Salah hasn't got the trophies that KDB's got, but from a very basic point of view, at Basel, I was watching. I remember seeing Salah versus Spurs, and he destroyed us. I remember seeing Salah versus Chelsea, he destroyed them. That was at 21 years old. I remember seeing him duppy up the Serie A with Fiorentina. I remember seeing him duppy up Serie A with Roma. I remember seeing duppy up the league with Liverpool. And my thing is quite simple: is Salah has been putting in ridiculous numbers whilst the league was at its strongest. When Hazard was the best player in our league and was doing all those, the Prem was never the best league. It was never the best league. Yeah. And his Champions League numbers were never there. Yeah. They weren't there. So to me, I think Salah has almost cleared the Hazard debate. And now he's starting to look towards Henry to try and have those kind of conversations. And if you can do 2020. No, bro. What do you mean? I'm being serious, bro. I'm being serious, bro. Bro, listen. I'm being serious. I feel like there's serious revisionism. Bro, listen, hold on. Let me land the point. I'm saying because Salah's doing now something that only Henry's done. Yeah. So if Salah does deliver on this,
it's all about PA, bro.
You know what I mean?
But the only conversation. Let me make the point.
But you're talking about
stats.
I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking. You're talking about.
You just mentioned stats.
Why are you allowed to take it off? You're allowed to take it.
When did I take it off him? I called him a stat padder.
Hold on. Let me make my point. Yeah, because what you guys want to do is you want to take the argument somewhere where it's down to perspective and how you see the game. It's not.
Yeah, no one made an argument.
You can, bro. Let me make my point. If you look at the game of football different to how I look at the game of football, then there's going to be different ways and different levels that you rate Hazard to me. I'm saying to you quite clearly, Salah, has performed at the highest levels, in Champions League and Premier League consistently year in, year out to a standard that we haven't seen since Henry. Yeah, that's literally a statement of fact, right?
Salah is nowhere near Henry.
So my point to you is that obviously if he's the only person that's done it since Henry, then Henry naturally at a certain point is going to be the comparison.
It's not even close. Personally,
he didn't say he was better than Henry. I'm not saying he's better than Henry. No one's saying that.
I said yesterday on my stream, 2J, I said if Salah gets a double and he gets 20 or more, then honestly speaking, the stats are so crazy and the trophies put up are so mad, there has to be an Henry debate purely based off that. But there's more to football than just stats. And the revisionism
I think it's common knowledge.
One second. Let me finish off what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. Yeah. Go on. Based off what you and Jay, I listened, right? Every single thing you said went back to consistency and stats. Every single thing.
Not what I said.
I listened to what you said. You could listen back to what you said, but a lot of it went back to consistency.
I literally spoke on highlight reels. I spoke on highlight
but then you also said something like, if you saw the goals Salah scored, Hazard scored. Salah's also done the same thing. Bro,
I said the main runs, man.
Henry and Hazard don't have the stats to show us when they're in games.
And also stop comparing Hazard to Henry as well. Stop comparing. Like I don't compare. Wait,
hold on. You interrupted me. When I want to compare Hazard to Henry.
You said you're saying Hazard and Henry. It's just Henry. Like he's the king of the Premier. Like it's just Henry.
It's not be pedantic and start listing more. I never once compared Henry and Hazard once. I'm saying when people are telling me Salah is clear of Hazard, that's how I start questioning people's football IQ. It's not clear. Stats don't tell me one player is clear to the other, unless we're talking about like, you know what I'm saying, like average Joe's like Ashley Young's a winger compared to Salah. That's different. That's clear. Hazard is different to Salah in different ways. We look at different metrics. If we want to use stats, we can use stats. If we want to use trophies, we can use trophies. But it's not just Salah has 500 GA, Hazard has 300, Hazard's retired, Salah's not, therefore Salah's better. It's not that easy. We can't have a debate like that. So I just think it's a bit too simple to use like numbers. Okay, cool. Right. But Hazard's got more Premier Leagues. So what now?
Okay, Chaz, do you want me to show you the comparison in my head? This is the comparison in my head of Hazard to Salah is like David Silva to Kevin De Bruyne. That's how I see these comparisons in my head. To me, there's a player who's given more. Yeah, and whether you say that's down to GA and all that sort of stuff, that's fine. I get where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is these players' GA contribution, match winningness is to such a level and is so consistent over such a period of time. It's not just using GA. You're basically saying that these players have played to such a high level for such a period of time, they're inevitable. And the players you're comparing with them have better been as consistent for as long, doing what they're doing in order to trump them. And I don't think that's ridiculous to say. I just don't think Hazard, in terms of the consistency across the body of his career, even though he had very high highs, I think Salah has done enough now at this point.
Let me, because I didn't get to go after you. I didn't get to go after you in it. Let me quickly just say this. Keep going because I didn't get to say this one. What I would say is that the only thing about Hazard, Hazard obviously was so good that he's the only player that's been allowed to fall off after 28. He's the only player at the top level where people just don't care about his stint after the Premier League. People don't care because he was that good. He was that good. We don't even care that he stopped playing ball. Do you know how good you have to be to stop really kicking ball at 28 and be that, and no one even give a fuck? Any other player at the top level, they'll be like, well, you can't just stop playing at 28 and everyone just... You see how Ronaldinho is regarded in like the highest regard, even though he got fat mad early. Like everyone forgets that.
What age is Rooney retire? What age is Rooney retire?
That's a compliment. That's a compliment to him because he was that good.
What age did Rooney fall off?
Early, like 30.
And what age did you start?
Yeah, like 16, 17.
And what age has it come to the Premier League?
21.
There we go. So like, it depends how you want to see it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You make a point, very good point there, based on what you just said. I am not for once discrediting longevity. If Palmer stays here for 10 years and gets 20 G each season, I'll be saying what you're saying. 100%. But also at the same time, when a player is that good, like Henry in his stint here, for example, I'm using Henry as an example to Salah Hazard.
Longevity as well.
It's just different, isn't it? Like, it's just different.
But can I ask you this?
I'm not finished off. Let me finish off. He doesn't have the longevity that Giggs has or Salah has, but he has the gravitas and the ability that we saw in the league, even in a short stint. And he produced too. So we can't compare longevity between Henry and Salah. Then it's not a debate then. Then it's like, he's better. but it's more to football than just numbers.
But no, but you know what? I just all I'm saying is that I personally,
I
my
rate Salah
opinion,
highly.
I personally sit here and I give Hazard his flowers because for me, as I said, ability-wise, he's one of the greatest players I've ever seen, bro. I think it's just I'm not gonna go into detail, bro. He's just one of the greatest players I've ever watched play football. It's just as simple as that. And his statistically is still very good. I think his statistics, I've looked at his stats, are still very good for any winger. My thing is that with Salah, I feel like Hazard gets the appreciation because of his aesthetics as well as his stats and how good he was ability-wise. But I think with Mo Salah, like what Jay said, Salah has obviously ridiculous numbers. We know Salah's numbers. We don't need to talk about Salah's numbers in detail. But people like severely disrespect his all-round game because he's not an alien like Hazard. Severely, like Salah is an accomplished footballer, bro. Well, it's just that his numbers, like, but people, no. But you've just sat there and said he's a stat.
No, I didn't.
So even though you like, the same so way, people like Hazard. So
I'm just saying, you just heard me. Just 2 points. You just heard me say I rate his longevity.
No, but you said nothing to do. No. You've said nothing about Salah's all-round game. This whole debate.
What I mean is, what I mean stat padder is when you're that good and you're in the league for this long, it's huge credit to be doing it season in, season out. So that's why I
still said nothing about his all-round game. You still said nothing about his all-round game.
One second. So what I'm saying is the same way you think it's disrespectful when people keep talking about how they just call him a goal-scoring merchant. It's the same way people are underestimating Hazard with the way he moves on the football. And they look at the stats.
No.
It's the opposite way around.
No one's bro. When it comes to Hazard, as
when it comes to stats, what is everyone saying? When it comes to
Hazard, there are more people. For me, there are way more people that call Salah a stat padder or a goal scoring merchant more than people calling Hazard or people taking away credit for Hazard's footballing ability. Come on, bro.
Come on. No. Goal scoring ability. Goal scoring, not goal scoring.
But let me just ask this question, Chess, because I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, the level that Hazard gets put on, right, to me is very unique. Yeah, because when I look around, there's no other player, yeah, I see with Hazard's level of, I'm gonna say protection. Yeah, Hazard's level of protection, who did not have huge, like you got like someone say, oh, Zidane's numbers. Man did it in the World Cup final. Yeah, like you say, you look at Ronaldinho, Champions League final, leading his team to Champions Leagues. Yeah, you look at any other player. There's no player like Hazard who has not done it in Europe. Yeah, who's not done it in Europe. You won a Champions League before Hazard arrived. You won a Champions League when Hazard left. You did not win one in between. Now, I'm not saying that means shit, but what I'm trying to say is this guy never, ever can be anywhere near Salah in Europe. Salah is so at the highest level of European football. Salah could do what he wanted. Hazard could not, and I cannot ignore that when comparing the players. You can't ignore that. I think it'll be so ridiculous to ignore that.
Hey, Jay, do you know what Hazard's numbers were in the Premier League?
Bro, you can't, bro. That's what. Focus on the point I just made because you can't.
You just mentioned what I just said. Hey, Jay, what's Hazard's metrics in the Euros in Europe? What's his performance like in Europe?
This guy gets nominated for nothing.
Well, no, Monts will know this. Jay, is Hazard's record in Europe poor in terms of international performances? Or are we just looking at one metric of one European competition? Because you just so happen to use the one trophy Hazard doesn't have. What about other trophies?
What
about the Europa League? One second.
Hazard does have a UCL. He does have one with Real Madrid, no?
Yeah, Real Madrid, yeah. But Jay, the same competition Salah was in last year, Hazard was in and scored in the fucking final against Arsenal. Where was Salah?
What?
So we could do this all day. And where's Salah?
Bro, I've literally
let me lie. Where was Salah last year?
No point was a difference maker in Europe.
Bro, I'm going for you just said. You just said, yeah, Mont. He just said to us here in the chat, yeah, he was like, I'm not gonna say it's Hazard's direct fault, but he didn't win a Champions League, and he has to perform in Europe. And Chelsea won.
Listen, Ches, listen to what I'm saying. Don't muddy the argument. The argument is very clear. Hazard never performed in Europe for Chelsea. Ever. Europa League, sure. Champions League, never. Champions League, never.
What did Hazard do against Arsenal in the final?
Bro, that's Europa League.
Man of the match. Yeah, man of the match. Man of the match. Man of the match.
So now we're moving the metric. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Bro, I'm saying champions at the highest level of European football.
But what are you doing in the World Cup?
Big up.
Bro, listen, you can deflect all you want, yeah? Focus on what I'm saying. At the highest level of European football,
is this guy
club football, at the highest level of European club football, that
same year, Salah done the mad thing in the champs. That same year, by the way.
No. I never once put him down for that. Salah's cold. He won every trophy. I'm not stupid. What I'm saying is, Jay used an example once. He went, Hazard hasn't done it in Europe. False. Hazard.
No, I said the Champions League. I said the highest level of Europe. No, bro, because you're trying to argue a point I never said. Bro, you're trying to argue a point I never said. The point I said is at the highest level of European football, Hazard never turned up for Chelsea. You won the Champions League before he arrived. You won the Champions League after. Got nowhere near while he was there. Those are the facts.
SP. I know we're listening. He said Europe. Now we've changed it. So let's talk about
I said the highest level of European football.
I'll overtalk you, bro. I'll do it.
Bro,
one at a time, please. One at a time.
I've said very clearly multiple times I meant Champions League. Okay, I meant Champions League. If I misspoke, I'm sorry.
I'm going to make my point regardless, yeah? Calm, Jay. Thanks for clarifying, because you did say Europe. So not lying to you.
I didn't say, bro. No, anyway, I said the highest
we've
level
gone
of Europe.
Specifically Champions League. Cool, yeah, months. He's just used one trophy out of all the trophies, by the way, to hit Hazard with a stick with. See, he talked about Europe and he was like, "Oh shit, actually Europe he has performed." Cool.
No, I said that you.
Oh my days.
Stop it, bro.
Oh my days.
You lot arguing.
I can admit, Hazard in the Champions League, I talked to Mont. He's listening. Hazard in the Champions League hasn't performed. Salah has. There we go. But Jay's just used one European trophy as like a stick to hit Hazard with. When Hazard's performing in the World Cup, he's performed in the Euros, he's performed in the Europa Leagues, he's performed in the FA Cups, he's got more Prems than Salah, as an example, and he's won Carabao Cups as well.
Hazard got like 3 Prems now. How many Prems?
There we go. So when Jay's going,
how many Prems does he have?
He's won 2. He's won 2.
Salah has 2 Prems.
Wait, Hazard won 2 or 3?
Salah was there when Salah was there.
I think Hazard won 3 actually. I think it's 2. I think it's 2.
Salah got 2 Prems on.
If Salah wins it this year, he matches Salah's Hazard's Prem. But anyway, my point is, Jay went to one trophy to go. But Hazard hasn't performed in the Champions League, which is true, by the way. But I could go. But Salah hasn't performed in the World Cup. Mm-hmm. Salah hasn't performed in the Euros, which isn't his fault, by the way.
Plays for Egypt, though.
That's my point, Mon. That's my point.
Hazard was still the best player in the golden. Hazard was still the best player in the golden generation.
Let me add some more context to this, because Ches, when Hazard was the best player in the Premier League wasn't the best league in Europe.
You hear that point?
No, Ches, listen to the points I'm making.
You can't really agree with that.
Ches, listen to the points I'm making. You want to downplay the fact that Hazard couldn't perform at the pinnacle of European club football. The Champions League is more prestigious and more important than the Premier League. So you saying, he didn't perform in it and brushing it off. No, that doesn't work. Because on the flip side, when you look at the fact in 2019, when it was an all-English Champions League final and an all-English Europa League final, and the Premier League was the top league in Europe, Mohamed Salah was playing Champions League finals. When England was not a top league in Europe, when we weren't number 1 or number 2 ranked, when we were below Spain, when we were below Germany, Hazard was there, dominating the Premier League, doing great, still doing nothing in Europe. But when he moved away, when he stopped delivering, when he went to Real Madrid, again, he couldn't do it in the Champions League. And you want me to tell you that this player is better than Salah, who is still now.
You know what it is? My thing, listen.
He just said the Premier League is at its lowest and Hazard didn't perform.
Ches, that's not the metric I go off of, innit? Personally, when I take all my bias out of it, I prefer Hazard as a footballer, but I prefer Mohamed Salah's consistency. Yeah, but that doesn't diminish Eden Hazard's consistency outside of his goals, and it doesn't diminish Mo Salah's performances outside of his goals. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it from a.
We're having a debate. I don't necessarily think it's one way or the other. I'm just debating.
The reason, obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm gonna lean towards Mohamed Salah. You know what I'm saying? And also, you're gonna lean towards thing. Jay doesn't support either team, so his thing is more. You get it? He's obviously a neutral in this situation. All I'll say is that for me, they're a little bit because we're talking about fine hairs. Because when you have these arguments to the players at the top of their game and at the top level, it's like you're splitting hairs of your margins. What we're talking about. Jay just literally spoken about not performing in Europe at a certain level when you get it. And we're talking about players like Hazard. But bro, the bottom line is I do think Hazard taking a year off or not scoring in about a year, and that for me, that's one of the gaps where I look at. Cool, Hazard took a year off. Salah's never taken a year off, I would say as well. But that's my one of the
that's consistency. That's a different debate.
Yeah, like for me, you can't. For me, I'm just saying. For me, at the top level, when you're a player that is probably outside of Neymar, the most talented player I've ever seen, outside of the Messi and them man. Like when your talent is on almost a Neymar level, for me, you just can't take a year off in it. You just can't take a year off. For me,
I'm not saying, by the way, Mons, 100%. Some people might go consistency. So Salah not taking a year off is massive for some people like yourself, especially if you're a Liverpool fan. Some might go, when Hazard's on it, he's unplayable. I prefer that. It all depends what you prefer. But what I'm not gonna have,
that's fine.
What I'm not gonna have is people like using one metric to, because in the same breath, I could be like, yo, in the same breath, I could be like, yo, Salah's only won one Prem. And then Jay will go, yo, but Salah's playing in a harder Premier League era. But we here all day because we're using different metrics to hit each other with.
Yeah,
it's not Hazard's fault he balled out in Europa League because Chelsea was shit the year before. It's like Hazard's fault.
I hear it.
And he still had to perform because in the same cup competition Salah was in last year, what did he do, Jay? Salah won the Europa League.
He didn't
think
so.
Listen,
so it can't be that easy. Do you know what I'm saying? It can't be that easy because the player who clears Hazard.
All right, guys, we'll let it rest. We'll let it rest for now. We'll let it rest now.
Months, you see Torch in the chat? Is that Torch from back in the day? Torch?
I have no idea. Could be. It might be.
Torch. Is it Torch from back in the day that I met Northside through Torch? I'm
angry. What the hell?
Ches, you're always angry. Ches, you're always angry. Always angry. I've noticed.
I'm always smiling.
You're always angry, bro. Passive aggressive in that.
But Merry Christmas for those. But this is just it was just a Salah Hazard debate that just kind of well, Cass, now you got your clip material for an upload now. But that's
I kind of wanted come on.
There's your clip material. That's about a 20-minute video upload there for people to catch up on. There's a few super chats. There was obviously Hazard Salah debate because obviously
don't want my take on that. I get on with the Chelsea fans mainly. You don't want my take on that.
What is your take on it? Without no one saying
you're gonna say Hazard clear in it.
It's not. It is. But I do. You know, sometimes like me as a rapper, me as a fan of rap, I don't like Jay-Z. Yeah, but that's not me saying I don't rate Jay-Z. It's just me just saying I don't like Jay-Z. Right. I've got that thing with Hazard. I don't know why. Yeah, I think it's because a lot of Chelsea fans used to do Hazard, David Silva. Like Hazard's so much better than David Silva, and because of that, it made me think, do you know what? Fuck this Hazard prick. Or even Hazard Aguero conversations. And you know when you hear them, so therefore you switch off to a guy. Me and Hazard have never been friends. Whereas I just think Salah's unreal, man. You know when Liverpool have had bad periods and Salah's still been just as good. That's the way I see it. And I do think with Hazard, however good he was at Chelsea, you have to look at the amount of time he was good for. And it just was not the same as the amount of time that Salah was good for.
If we're doing longevity, then there's no debate.
Yeah.
Clear. That's why if we're doing that,
I was thinking it depends on how your perspective is, but it also is, to me, it's interesting. At what point do the
that's your Salah guy over Hazard?
Yeah, but at what point do the numbers become insurmountable? Because, for example, you never hear anyone saying Iniesta's better than Ronaldo. Yeah, you never hear that. People don't say that. Yeah. So at what point do the numbers become so insurmountable that this comparison is now redundant? Do you see what I mean?
Well, yeah, we'll listen, man.
It's true. It's when people compare players. Like I've always said, not this season, by the way. Listen, it's not even a conversation between Saka and Foden this season. Yeah, I'm here saying that as a City fan, but I've never liked that conversation because I rate Saka so much. So when people do I'm like yesterday, Geordie Dredd. I went on his channel and straight away he was trying to do the Isaac Carlin thing, right? And I was like, but now it sounds like I don't rate Isaac, whereas I do rate Isaac. But you're like, I don't. Hey, it's not comparable.
Sometimes you got to pull your punches. It's a debate, so you got to get man down. Paul, you get what I'm saying? You got to get man down.
You got to nail your colors to the mast. You got to be like, this is bro.
Because at the end of the day, you don't wear the colors of your football club. So if you got to fight for your stats, you got to say.
But there's
like in a rap, bro, like in a rap battle.
And there's one set.
As you said, in battle rap, you can have mad respect to know you're coming up against a GOAT in a battle rap. If you was to go 1v1, but you got to pick. You got in that battle, the heat of battle though, anything goes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But for me, there's players that I will go to war over, and there's players that like I won't go to war over because I'll be like, yeah, they're a good player. Like for me, my opinion on Foden, and I'm excluding this season, is do you know what? If people want to say Foden is a system player, or as a player that has come up through an academy playing only one system, yeah. I've got no problem with Foden being a system player because it's worked in that system, and I'm cool with that, right? There's players like I said. I'll go to war for Aguero. I'll go to war for David Silva. I'm not going to war for every single City player though. Yeah, and as for Salah, bro, I just think the maddest one, and it's as recent as this season, and I'm not meaning at the start of the season. I'm meaning as recent as 8 weeks ago. I heard somebody say, apart from goals, what does Salah bring you? Yeah. And I just think
2024, going to 2024.
Oh, but even if you go and look, I swear Salah has been getting assists every single season.
Yeah, pretty much 10 assists every year in the Prem.
So it's just them takes there are just mad. And that's what I mean. When Liverpool have looked really bad, Salah's still kept it moving. So
yeah, bro, there's still a rhetoric that Salah never passes the ball and he's assisted Mane the most out of any player, and then they have the whole.
I must say, bro, recently I've seen some passes from Salah that
he's
probably should have been spoke about a lot more.
Yeah,
like, I'll tell you this. I promise you. See this recently stuff. He's been doing that for a long time. Like,
maybe.
He's off balance when he does it. I'm not gonna lie, he's off balance when he does it, bro. Like, he ain't even balanced when he does that shit. There was a ball we played against Tottenham on the half volley over to Luis Diaz. It was on the volley. It was on the half bounce, and he put him through on goal, and he had no right to play that pass off balance. But Diaz, obviously, he hit it. Jay, I think you know what. Jay, you watched the game. You know what pass I'm talking about. The one that went over the bar.
Yeah.
That will never get spoken about.
Well, there's been passes recently that I've seen that are De Bruyne-esque, and it's like, but they won't be spoke about. And by the way, I'm not saying Salah is now a better passer than Kevin De Bruyne, but I'm saying, he's made passes. It's like. If that was De Bruyne, it would have been spoke about a lot more.
It was Dabs. I was watching Liverpool Newcastle, and in the second half, I remember I was watching Salah, and something like I don't know what's in him this season, but like I was watching that second half, and the stuff he was doing was just ridiculous. Like it was just ridiculous what he's doing in the second half against Newcastle, and it's like obviously he's having his flowers season. You know, like Benzema had at Real Madrid and stuff like that. You get that flowers season when everything is clicking and you're the main man and everything's flowing through you. And
do you know what?
You become undeniable. And if Salah, like, he'll be very close to the Ballon d'Or. Liverpool make Champions League final, and win the Premier League. He'll be close.
Do you know what? And that's where I am now. I think that's where I am this season now. Right? Is that with Liverpool, probably now with Arsenal and with Chelsea anyway, I feel like, and where City are at the moment, I feel like because I'm not invested in that title race, I can now appreciate players without being...
You're watching the football properly kind of thing.
Because whereas before... But, bro, I've always said it and people think I'm lying. When we have been in title race with Liverpool, I don't watch Liverpool games because I expect them to win. right? And when I'm in a title race, I'm that invested that I don't want to see my pussy old like rivals winning games. So I haven't watched Liverpool because I'm like, I don't want to watch them win because I know even if they go 2-0 down, they're going to end up winning 3-2 and it's just going to ruin my day. Whereas now I'm watching and like, I think I can say with Salah, I wouldn't be mad if I want to see Salah have a full season like this because I do think Salah sometimes has periods in seasons where he drops off quite often. No, it would be nice for Salah before his career ends, for him to have a full season and who knows, maybe a Ballon d'Or or something. Because do you know what? Salah's a likable person as well. If we're being real, he's one of them.
What it is. I think it's good for African.
No one can dislike Son.
Players like Son who are likable. I think it's good for African culture as well. I think it's good for. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it's good for the culture. I think it's good. I think it's good for everyone. But what I would say is that again, he still needs to keep on doing. He can't stop now. There's a certain standard when you're in that GOAT conversation. I'm saying all it is it's about beating allegations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Salah, the Salah ghosting games allegations, he's got to beat that. Even if, you know what I'm saying, he's got to beat, he's still got allegations he needs to beat. And
did Chelsea win a Champions League with Hazard?
No.
They didn't. Yeah. Bro, Ches, does that kill you a little bit?
No.
No.
They won it back
No, because for me personally, like the one thing that kills me a little bit is that David Silva and Aguero never won the Champions League.
Oh yeah, I understand the people, but I like the fact in the last game,
Coutinho and that. We never won the league of them too.
But in his last game, he scored. He got man of the match in the final against my rivals in Europe.
Yeah, no, I hear all of that. But it's like I said, it's I
remember watching that game live, and I was like, the perfect send off.
Yeah, bro. If you look at Aguero, Aguero obviously has got 93-20. I think he score a hat trick on his debut, and I don't know he scored either 2 or 3 in his last game for City as well. So Aguero's got all.
Let's put it this way, It's
just like seeing your best. Because for me, David Silva and Aguero, and you know what, I'll put Vinny there as well. Well, deep down, they're still my 3 favorite City players, right? And to know that none of them actually experienced the Champions League, that'll always be a little bit of a.
That's for me, Hazard for me, in his 5 or 6 year stint, won me 2 European Cups. He won me 2 Premier League.
So he's still got Europe,
an FA Cup, and a Carabao Cup. So you might look at Salah's longevity and go, "Yo, he's been doing the numbers, but his numbers haven't surmounted to more than what Hazard's done for my club." The only thing you could maybe equate is 1 Champions League is probably
Champions League, Premier League. Wait, hold on. Champions League, Premier League, 2 Carabao's, FA Cup.
We're not Carabao Cups, bro. We're talking about 2 Europa Leagues, 2 Premier Leagues, a Carabao Cup, and an FA Cup.
2 Europa League, bro. As I said,
I'm not being funny.
That's my point.
Europa League. That one's opinionated.
Foden sat with his trophy hall. Look at all them, man.
No, bro. We only played in the Europa League.
2 European Cups.
We only remember, bro. We only played in the Europa League once, innit? Like, you get it.
You didn't win it. It can't be that easy because Salah didn't win it.
Yeah, all right, but again, but.
By the way, just again,
it's harder to win the. Ches, it's harder to win the Champions League, bro. It's harder. So
no one. I've won it.
I'm eyeing up that Europa League. Ches, I want that right now. Yeah, where we are, I want us to get in the Europa League next season because the final will be in Istanbul. Yeah.
No, 100%. Like,
and to go back to Istanbul and win another European trophy there, like months. What is it with Istanbul, man? Why does Istanbul and English clubs just hit different?
I don't know, bro. Couldn't even tell you. Couldn't even tell you. It's theater of dreams, isn't it? Theater of dreams.
I've obviously won the Champions League twice, and Europa League, we've been in it twice. We won it. When you're in it, it's actually good. Like even the Conference League.
We had a brief period. You got to remember this. There was that very brief period. Yeah, Jay will remember it. Yeah, like before Mancini arrived at City. Yeah, we had a very brief. I think maybe 1 or 2 seasons where we were in the Europa League, right? And I always said until we won the Champions League that I felt like we should have we skipped that. We didn't have long enough in that era. Because I think I'm a strong believer in winning trophies as a squad helps you to move on to winning more trophies, right? And like the furthest we got in the
I wouldn't know anything about that, but carry on.
I hear it. we got to the quarterfinals, and then I think we got put out by, I think it was Hamburg, yeah. And I always remember Elano, like, because Mark Hughes had a beef with Elano, right? But he started Elano in that game against Hamburg, and Elano hit the crossbar, right? But I've always looked at that and thought, I wish we would have won the Europa League. So if we're back in it to go to Istanbul where we won the Champions League and win it, I'm here for it. That's my narrative right now, yeah, is that Pep Guardiola is doing it on purpose to give us one more trip to Istanbul, like before we lose. But
let me get these super chats.
European trophies are relevant. When we were younger, well, when I was younger, maybe I'm older than you lot, yeah, but when I was younger, the Champions League was still the most important of the Europeans, but the UEFA and the Cup Winners' Cup were far more highly looked at than the UEFA League.
Yeah, bro, the UEFA Cup had clout, bro. When the Europa League was the UEFA, when it was the UEFA Cup, bro, like even the Cup Winners' Cup, I was a bit young. I was a bit like I was barely like, you know what I'm saying, but the Cup Winners' Cup had clout. Like, I know that. Big up OI with a super chat. We're gonna probably end it after this one. Big up OI. He says Salah has the most GA against the big six in the Premier League. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna do that. Like Salah breaks records every game. Like I'm not. Like, no one even talks about it. Like it's one of them ones. Shrug your shoulders. Difference between stat padding and flat track bully. Big up. Aiden Andrew says, why do people disregard GA from attackers?
No one does.
It's all relevant. It's just when too much emphasis is put on it.
When you use GA, the Salah's the GOAT. Simple. So it depends who you want to use.
You have to I do agree on attackers.
By Jay's logic, big shout out Robert M. By Jay's logic, Bruno Fernandes must be better than Zidane because he gets more GA in the best league, and Haaland is better than R9 because he has more goals and records.
You did use his logic, Jay, so don't now backtrack. I remember you saying.
No, hold on. So basically,
Robert, I'll quote what Jay said. Jay said, now I'll quote, he said, Hazard was playing in the league, which at the time wasn't that strong.
The best league in the world. Yeah.
So now, using your logic, Bruno Fernandes in a stronger league as it is now, Salah's performing in, has better numbers than most attackers we've seen in the Premier League. So therefore, using your logic, is he better?
Than Zidane?
Use Bruno Fernandes any forward.
What do you mean? Bruno Fernandes as a number 10 is one of the highest performing number 10s of
That's
the
not
last
what I'm
few
asking
years.
you. Is he a better player?
What are you asking me?
Would you put him in the same debate as a KDB?
He's not better than Gerrard. He's not better than Lampard. Do you know what I mean? But I still think he's a very good number 10 in modern football. Like,
you're not answering. You don't answer.
Well, he's obviously not better than Zidane, the guy who won leagues, won Champions Leagues.
Would you not agree?
World Cup finals. I think Zidane's body of work makes him actually still fit my logic. And in terms of
word salad, you're waffling.
Hold on,
how am I waffling? I'm saying
Jay, word salad.
No, hold on. Hold on. No. Where is Hazard's Champions Leagues? No, where is Hazard's Champions Leagues? Where is Hazard's World Cup titles? Where is Hazard's European trophies? No, hold on. But Hazard doesn't have any of those things. So how is this an equal comparison? I don't understand.
If the Europa Leagues were so easy to win, why isn't the
I didn't say Europa League. I said
stop running. You got to stop running. The Salah doesn't have the Europa League.
No, but Mont, it was so easy. No, but Jay's diminishing. Mont, why am I bringing that up?
He does, Sonny. Salah's got a Champions League.
He doesn't.
No. He's saying Salah doesn't have the Europa League.
Who talk to you because you don't listen? Let me tell you why I say that. Not what I say.
Yeah,
let me tell you why I said.
We're going to say someone ain't got a European Cup if they've got a World Cup. We've never.
I said European Championship and a World Cup.
He's moving the goalpost. That's what he's doing.
Bro, that's what I fucking said. You can't listen. You don't listen. You wait to talk. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
But Ches, even if Jay said European in general, he literally said, "I meant the Champions League." He said, "I meant that what I meant was."
He's using the Champions League because what Hazard doesn't have was Salah doesn't have.
That's the point of his argument.
Do you know what?
That's the point of the argument.
Hold on. Do you know what? I think that I'm sure there are some content creators out here that literally just do the shameless thing of just doing GA, right? But I would like to think that in 2025 as content creators, we are able to do. We were able to take GA into context, but also not just literally throw GA out there and go, that's the end of the argument, because we've got as content creators, we have to do. And a prime example is, by the way, like I've seen it uptake recently. It's mad because there's so much shit you can say on my club. There's so much shit you can say on my club right now, right? It's endless. But the way recently people are jumping on this Grealish GA thing, hasn't got GA in a year and all of that, right? Look, whether you like Grealish or not, whether you rate Grealish or not, if you watch games of football,
there we go.
You do know that, and I'm not trying to say, by the way, that Grealish is amazing.
No, Grealish is my guy. Grealish is my guy, bro.
But all I'm trying to say is, when people, no, but what I'm trying to say is, bro, and as a winger, I do understand he should have some GA. He should, But when people use it as that's the end of the argument, it's like, all right, you know what? You're just telling me you don't want.
No, but Dabs, you just go down the rabbit hole with this because it's like Jadon Sancho, Jack Grealish. These type of players don't need goals and assists to affect the game. But when your team is not winning, this is the only problem with this. When your team is not winning, all of a sudden,
100 million's relevant as well, by the way, and 100 million is relevant.
No, forget the price tag for a second. Even outside of that, when your team is not winning, and those players, your maestro type of players, because at the end of the day, those players are rated because they make things happen. Whether that is directly a goal or an assist, they forget the goals and assists, but they make things happen. So they play the pass before the assist kind of thing, The stat
a million percent. I'm a fan of that.
The stat that we never see. The David Silva stat, I like to call it. The stat we never see. Yeah.
David Silva's a great one.
Like if your striker's not bagging and your team's not winning, all of a sudden,
100%. But
you know what I'm saying?
Because at that my frustration is, if I'm being real,
because at that point,
I'm a City fan now with an agenda. I am actually a City fan with a bit of an agenda, and I love the guy, and I want to defend him. I've mentioned him before, but my keep go-to will be leave a lot of these City players alone until you're willing to attack Phil Foden, right? Because I'm sorry, but once you've heard it a million times with me, with Trent back in the day, you put a man on a pedestal, then he's going to be judged on that pedestal, Foden took the compliments of being PFA Player of the Year. Now, anyone that is judging Foden's PFA Player of the Year based on this season, shut up, because they're different seasons. But I will judge him based on if you were the guy last season that stepped up and won us the Premier League, then I'm going to expect the same this season on you. Furthermore, you are in your prime age, Phil Foden. You're in your prime fucking age, right? And
the guys around you are old now. So
and they're getting Walker, Gundogan, all them man are getting pelters, whereas Phil Foden's allowed to be off with a sore throat. Literally, bro. Kyle Walker's taking injections to go on the pitch and play football, and he's getting slandered. Whereas Foden is just allowed to have a cold and have a few weeks off. And listen, look, I will defend Foden to death, but I just think it still seems to be this thing where Foden's getting away with murder, whereas every other City player is getting fucking taken to court. It's mad.
Yeah, I hear it. Let's Tan Young says Hazard started his career early and Salah had a late start. I honestly, guys, the misconception of that is crazy. From what he was doing at Basel all the way to Fiorentina.
Let's not be pedantic.
Like, bro, I'm not being pedantic. He said he started his career because when people talk about Hazard, Hazard, I'm just saying, but Hazard was just better at a younger age. Yes, we know this. What Hazard done in France was unheard of. You get it, but that doesn't mean Salah weren't kicking ball. Anyway.
Not to same level.
Wait, by the way, can I just give it
honorable? Hazard was clear when they were younger, but
Cheds, I'm going to mention the player.
Preference. Personally, I prefer to pay to watch Hazard, and I understand that time.
Yeah. Bro, Hazard was cold. Bro, the way Hazard could draw a tackle was fucking insane. Like Hazard, bro, we all credit Grealish for drawing challenges. Yeah, if you deep it, Hazard did it with sexiness. Like, bro, sorry, just a quick Oscar.
Hazard, I've always said this, bro.
He's remember Oscar?
Right there. After
Oscar, one of my favorite players.
You know where he is still?
He just retired from China. No, he just left.
Hold tight, Oscar. Yeah, because remember the come up of Neymar. It was Neymar and Oscar. Remember the English. The English Olympics, it was all about Neymar and Oscar, because they were the same age group. And when everyone started going China, right? You know, Oscar rode it out in China this whole time.
Yeah. Oscar's been one of the most highest paid players for Yonks.
He stayed over there. Like everyone else dipped. He stayed over there.
He said money over legacy. He chose money over legacy straight away. He was
Favela. He was from the favela, 100%.
You know, he owns it.
I know, not in a bad way, once. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he owns it. Like he literally says, bro, what, man, mate, I've got a family to feed. You think I'm not going to take the opportunity for generational wealth for the fam and them? He owned it. I rate that. You know, when man can just sit there and go, yeah, bro. What? I done it for the money. Yeah, bro.
He was so cold.
But I'll be real, bro. With Oscar, there must have been an element of him, that maybe like K-pop or something like that. I don't know, but there must have been something about Oscar that made him think, I like this place, you know. Like I don't mind being.
He was there, man
said great culture, good food, and money. Yeah, I'm dead there.
I'm there for 10 years, man.
Did this one. You did say this one. Did this one. Yeah, I'm there.
Bro, he grew up on Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and he saw how the Westerners that moved over there lived, and he thought, yeah, I'm about that life. All the chicks they're getting, I'm about that life.
Big up Aiden.
I hear it,
though. Is he retired?
I hear it.
Big up Aiden now. Panel, name two GOAT contenders without GA. GOAT contenders without GA. I'll wait. Bro, that's gonna start another debate. I'm not gonna do it. Big up Tang.
It's a good point.
It's a good question, man. It's a dope question.
It's not. It's because otherwise, people like Riquelme, you got players like Riquelme and stuff who are amazing players, but the GA is the peppercorn. It's the peppercorn sauce on the steak. Yeah, Messi is Messi because he's an amazing player, and he's also breaking all sorts of goal scoring records. Same with Neymar. Same with Ronaldo. Hazard's the only one who gets to be.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm still throwing Hazard. I'm still throwing Hazard in that debate because Hazard's goals and assists are still very, very good. No joke, they're very.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to say is Hazard's not Iniesta level. Hazard's not Iniesta level, and Iniesta doesn't get put in these kind of conversations.
Hazard's Iniesta in the midfield.
Bro, Jay, if we're being real,
guys, no, man, we're not gonna do it, man. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
He's not on that table. Hazard's not on that Kevin De Bruyne table. I don't care. He's not on that. He doesn't sit with those guys.
Guys, we're not doing that. Big up. He goes Salah Ballon d'Or, 60 GA, a double, top 10 in both goals and assists. The different ways he can be creative, golden boots, and a top playmaker. And also says oh shit! Did I just unstar that? I just unstarred the super chat. That is crazy. But he sent another super chat saying that Salah has 100 assists. He has over 100 assists for Liverpool. Yeah, that's also insane to have 100 assists.
He needs to win another Prem though, else it's spooky.
It's
just saying.
5 months means Soups has just got and copped a PS at last, so we got a PS in the household. So
there you go.
We're going to be active on FIFA very soon.
Big up everyone in the chat. This stream's gone on a lot longer than it should have, but obviously, listen, man.
We're back at 5:30.
Merry Christmas.
Are we back at?
Merry Christmas, everyone, man.
Am I right? We're back at 5:30 months. I don't know if you are. Are you right? Am I right that Never a Foul are back at 5:30?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Moss is like, you might be.
That's Messi. I've done 2 hours. I'm ready to clock out.
Now you haven't done the shift. I'm pretty certain me and Cass might be back at 5:30-ish.
I don't know how. It depends how Cass feels, isn't it? He's ill, in it, so I don't know. It depends how he feels and whatnot.
Oh, yesterday he was telling me he was better.
And then
he's just been up all night. I bet you. That's I know you and him. You and him, you two just have all nighters. That's what it is.
If Salah gets 2020, wins a double, or even just a Prem, then he's on the conversations now, isn't it? I've already said that. But I just don't think he's clear.
He's in that Suarez era where anything he's touching is kind of gold type beat, in it. For me, it's still not better than that. For me, because what Suarez was doing was performances. Every game, Salah has performances, but he also had games where he doesn't have performances. Suarez was legitimately like he could not score a goal, and you're just looking at Broski and going, brother, this guy's not real, fam. Like that's still for me. outside of Henry's 2020, probably the best individual season I've ever seen.
If you swapped Suarez aesthetics with Salah, and Salah had the numbers with
No,
Suarez,
but people do revisionism with Suarez. Suarez was not an aesthetics guy either. Like at times,
I like Suarez.
He was better. He was better aesthetically than Salah is, obviously. But I'm saying Suarez was very much ball dropping off his.
Bro,
trust me, bro. Trust me. Suarez.
I used to watch hell of Barcelona.
They used to say Suarez. They used to say Suarez can nutmeg a mermaid, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, it's been another episode of Never Found, man. We're gonna wrap up. Big up.